So, y'all, it's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be doing a full card predictions of UFC Vegas 22, man. Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. This is going to be a really, really great card. Really good main event and solid co-main event if I say it myself. But this is going to be like last week, so, quick fire kind of, predictions. I'm not going to go too in depth with the tail of the tape and talk about, I will talk about some of the recent losses and some of the recent wins if it's really, really mandatory. But, since the situation with COVID and my job, I'm going to have to get these out really quick. So it is what it is. But I will always try to get these out super, super early. But my breakdowns will always stay in depth. I do have a breakdown coming up on Monday, so go check that out. That will be for Kevin Holland versus Derek Brunson. I always try to keep those in depth. I always try to, give good work for that. So I hope you guys check that out. But yeah, it's your boy eBay back in the building for my guy Kappa Comparison. I ain't forgot about you, homie. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But let's get to it, man. Johnny Eduardo versus Anthony Burchak, man. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised 78% of people are going with Burchak on Tapology, right? Over, man, this fucking, a staple of, the bantamweight division. Yeah, he's never really won a belt, or, he never was really ranked, but I always thought he was a decent fighter. I think he was ranked at one point. I think so. I'm not sure. But, some of his losses, right? The Matthew Lopez doesn't look that good. But, Nathaniel Wood, the prospect, and Aljamain Sterling, the current bantamweight. It's so weird saying that. Bantamweight champion. And Burchak, I know he was on a 3-fight win streak over Eric Roldem and Anthony Maldima and Adam Martinez. But, I saw what I needed to see in that Gustavo, I'm sorry. In that Lopez fight, I'll just say that. I saw what I needed to see. He's not that good, y'all. I'm sorry. I think Johnny gets this done second round TKO. I think he's, you don't doubt some of these vets, man. These vets, they're not going to give it to you for free. They're not going to give you a free win, Like, some of them will, but some of these guys won't. So, I don't think he's built like that. So, it is what it is. I don't think Burchak is that good. So, yeah. Next fight, JP Buys versus Bruno Silva. This is a really, really good fight for JP. I think Bruno Silva, he's coming off his loss to Gear on Blekov, and that was a really good performance. He had another loss to David Dvorak. These are two guys I think they're going to be in the rankings. I know David actually is already in the rankings. He's coming off a disqualification over Klitaha. Which it is what it is. And I think he's a good fighter. I don't know what happened there, but I know a lot of people are going 88% with buys, and I didn't understand that. And then I saw this kid fight, man, and he's really, really good, man. I mean, he will have some height and some reach on him. Not a lot of reach, just a 1 inch of reach. He will be taller, though. I'm going to take JP Buys, the young savage, my boy from South Africa. Represent. You already know. eBay is from the motherland. And I gotta stick with my people, man. I gotta stick with my. I'm just playing. But I think he gets this done by decision. But Bruno is a bulldog, and he's a good dog in this fight, man. I think I could see him winning this, man. I can really do. But I was just really impressed with what I saw from JP, man. I was actually like, wow, this kid's not bad. I think he gets this done by decision. Next fight, Julia Avila versus Julio Strucklo. I think that's how you say her name. The girl that had, one of the worst fights of the year with Yana Kutsinskat. Julia Avila is coming off a loss to Sajara Eubanks, which hasn't looked that good lately. I kind of gave her a pass for that a while back, but now, Sajara going on her losing streak, and Sajara, I guess, whooping on her girl. Y'all seen that video of Sajara whooping on her girlfriend or something? She wasn't whooping on her, but she was like, she was about to turn Super Saiyan 2 and finna give her that work. But that was pretty funny. Julia Villa's, she's long, she's rangy. They do have the same reach. Julie, or whatever the fuck her name is, man, she looks like an idiot in there when she fights. She's scrappy. I think she has a good grappling background, but she didn't look like it when she fought Yana. I think Julia Avila gets this done by decision. I think this is going to be somewhat of a boring fight. Avila is a finisher. I will give her that. She is a finisher. I have seen her finish people. But, she is coming off a loss. She kind of got out wrestled, low key dominated, had another female's crotch on her face. So I don't think her confidence, her confidence is going to be so high after, having Sajara basically, kind of just wrestle fuck her. That's I know a lot of people say, oh, it's so demoralizing to get knocked out. But, when you get wrestle fucked, or you kind of, I think that also does affect your confidence. I really do believe that. So, yeah, I think Avila gets this done by decision. I don't think she's going to have a star-making performance in here, but hopefully she gets this done. Next fight, Montel Jackson versus Jesse Strader. Montel, man, he is a good fighter, man. He is a good cat, man. If there ever been a win that has aged well, that Brian Keller win looks really good. He does have a loss to Ricky Simone, and he does have a loss to Brett Johns. No shame in that, man. Brett Johns, in my humble... I know he's out of the UFC, which is crazy to me. Brett Johns is a good fighter, man. He gave Aljamain Sterling some problems. I remember when I was doing my film study for Aljo versus Jan, man, I was just really impressed with how Brett Johns, he was no punk in there against Aljo, man. He did really a lot of good stuff. Montel's, obviously he's a Muay Thai fighter. He is going to be the longer ranger guy. Jesse Strader, I've watched him fight. He's kind of he's scrappy. He throws a lot of hooks to the body, hooks to the face. Doesn't really throw a lot of straight shots. I think he'll come in here and try to shoot. But I think Montel Jackson gets this done. I think the inexperience, he looks really inexperienced on the feet. He looks like he's kind of winning on toughness. And I think Montel gets this done by the second round via TKO. I'm taking him by TKO. Next one up. Oh, man. Trevin Giles versus Roman Dolidze. This is going to be pure rape. Roman is going to rape Trevin like he's in prison, bro. Trevin finna drop the soap. He finna drop the soap today, bro. Oh, man, I do not like Trevin Giles. I do not think he's a problem. I think he's a nobody. I was just so infuriated with his last fight. Yeah, but it's Bevon Lewis, man. Bevon, shame on you. Bevon really let down the team there. Trevin Giles, man. And then Trevin had the audacity to go. I think you guys can search this up on his post fight. I have the best jab in the UFC, man. I got the best jab. I'm like, oh my God. If Bevon wouldn't lose, we wouldn't have to hear this from this idiot. But Roman is if I've ever seen an alpha male, he is an alpha male. What he did to, what's his name? Cadiz Ibrahimov, man. And just, man. And then Cadiz like a beta male. Oh, man, why would you do that? He was bending over, basically, looking back at Roman like, oh, no, dude, do I have to take off my pants? Come on, bruh. Looking like a complete, man, it was shameful. If I was Cadiz, get out of the octagon, man. I know he was concussed, so I get what happened there, but, man, get out of there. Don't, and the camera shot did him no favors, too. If you search that up, man, if you ever want to see something basically so shameful, it's there. But Roman, he is coming off a win over, what's the guy's name, John Allen, which wasn't that good. I wasn't that impressed with him. His wrestling looked good and his striking looked good. He's a bit of a meathead, I would say. He likes to take shots. He tries to out tough guys. So I will say that Trevin Giles, he does have a decent jab. His takedown defense looked really good against Bevon Lewis, man. Bevon Lewis, a guy I kind of had some respect for. Now I lost some, but he was a guy that dominated Uriah Hall for a long time until he got knocked out in the third round. I don't know if that knockout changed him, but it is what it is. But Trevin Giles, I feel like he's made some mistakes. He's lost to guys like Gerald Mishart, Zach Cummins via a submission. Roman has a really good submission game. He's from Georgia. These guys are fucking killing it right now. And he has real power, man. He has real legitimate power, and I think he gets this done. I'm saying second round submission. Trevin has. Hey, it is what it is. I thought, he lost to James Krause, but I will say his grappling has gotten a lot better. I will give him that. So this is a bit of a stretch. I will say that. If you're trying to make bets, I wouldn't really bet with this. But I don't know, man. I don't trust Trevin. I want to see him get submitted, get thrown in a trash can somewhere. I don't like the guy. Nothing against him personally. It's just some of his antics kind of, piss me off. It's just as a fan, right? In terms of entertainment, And I have nothing against the guy in real life, but I'm not a fan of him. And I think Roman gets this done. Next fight, oh man, Grant Dawson versus Leonardo Santos. This is an awesome fight, man. If Leonardo Santos was in his prime, man, I would completely pick him in this matchup. Grant Dawson, man, he has been looking amazing, bro. Like in his last fucking 5, what he's been able to do over Minari and Derek Minor and just Mike Trinzo. I just been really impressed. And Julian Rosa, that looks really good now. The kid's just he's a G, man, and he has James Krause in his corner. The kid looks really, really good. His wrestling's good. I don't think he should wrestle in this matchup against Leonardo Santos. Leonardo Santos does something really deceptively where he kind of tricks guys into thinking he's a jiu-jitsu guy. And he's, in my humble opinion, one of the best straight right hands in the lightweight division. At least step back. Like, he's long, he's rangy. He does have a reach advantage. He is a little taller. Grant is not a small guy compared to him, though. Like, Grant's pretty big, too. He's 5'10", 72-inch reach. He's not a nobody. 16-1 versus 18-3 and 1 record. Like, good records right here, man. The guy's coming off a win over Roman Bokatov. That was shameful from both sides. I don't really blame Leonardo. Getting kneed in the nuts does not feel good. I thought, before he got kneed in the nuts, he was looking amazing. He dropped the guy. He hurt the guy. He's looking really, really good in there. But Grant, I think Granson he shouldn't wrestle in this matchup. And he should respect the straight right hand. This is a dangerous matchup for him. Leonardo's, even though he's 41, which is like, come on, man. Eventually this gotta, the age gotta, kick in with this guy. But he keeps winning. He does have a win over Kevin Lee, too. But I think eventually this age thing gotta get this guy, gotta get this cat. And that's what I'm kind of banking on. I think if Grant can be really smart, avoid the right hand, kind of like how some people fight Woodley, just pressure in the clinch. That's what I remember. Roman Bokatov had a lot of success in the clinch against Leonardo Santos. So I think Grant Dawson, if he can, just don't knee the guy in the nuts, man. But if he could not get caught with the right hand, put real good pressure on him. Jab with his jab. That's how you hear Floyd Mayweather, right? He talk about how you deal with taller boxers and taller guys. You kind of have to jab with their jab. You have to consistently jab. You have to out jab the taller guy to get closer. And I think if he just puts on good pressure, I think he can get this done. I really do, man. The kid's good. I trust his camp. I trust his coach. Leonardo Santos is a legitimate test, and I think Leonardo has a real good chance of knocking him out. But I think Grant Dawson gets this done by decision. I have a lot of respect for Santos. But next matchup, what's her name? Reneau versus Macy Chiasson. Maria, I think it's Maria. Reneau. Yeah, I don't know how to say the bitch first name. I'm sorry, y'all, man. I barely graduated high school, y'all, and I'm black. I'm playing. Yeah, black people can read. I know. I remember one guy got mad at me when I said black people can't read. I'm black, y'all, so I can make them jokes. I've talked about this matchup so much, man. This is, I think, the 4th time they've been scheduled to fight. I said it. Macy Chiasson by 3rd round TKO. If you want me to explain more, go watch some of my other videos. I'm not going to... And they're females, too. So it's like, come on, y'all. I'm not trying to talk about these females 24/7. Nothing against females. I love females, but yeah, it is what it is. Macy Chiasson by 3rd round TKO. Reneau is old, y'all. She's a fucking gym teacher, man. Chiasson, if you don't... Oh, whatever, man. I'm done. I'm sorry. Next fight... Cheyanne Buys versus Montserrat Ruiz. Ruiz, I watch the, I see on Topology, everyone's going with Buys 76, and I'm like, okay, she's 5-1. I think she's a good striker, but I saw Ruiz fight. She has really good grappling. She's 9-1. Has fought a lot of competition. I think Ruiz gets this done by decision. I think she outgrapples this girl. She has decent boxing, and the way she sets up her takedowns, I think she gets this done. I'm gonna go Ruiz via decision. I'm not kind of sold on the warrior princess, but I got Ruiz going into this one. Mexico all day, baby. Next fight, Max Griffin versus Kenan Song. Awesome fight right here. I've doubted Max Griffin in his last. I've been actually horrible at picking Max Griffin fights. I picked Ramiz to beat him. Max got it done. I thought Max was going to beat Alex Oliveira. Alex got it done. Did I watch the Alex Morono fight? I don't think I watched the Alex Morono fight. Or I never made a pick for the Alex Morono fight. That's what I mean. And then Zelim Amadev. I thought Max should have beat him. But man, this kid Kenan Song, man, he has some power, man. And I think he's been looking really good lately, and I think he gets this done, man. I think he gets it done first round knockout, man. I know I've had some really bad luck with Max Griffin, but I'm going to keep trucking. I'm going to keep picking against this idiot. He's a good fighter, though. He's 35. He's somewhat out of his prime. Kenan Song he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Max has a good jab. Good jab, good boxing. You know, he's good everywhere. He's he was ranked a while back, I think, in the rankings. You know, he does have a win over Mike Perry. That doesn't seem as good as it used to be. I don't know how much stock you put into that, but he does have a win. He's fought good competition. He's fought Colby Covington before, so he's been in there with really good fighters. He's a good pick. I wouldn't be mad at anyone that picked him over to beat Song based on experience and where he's been in life. But I just think, man, it's time for this guy to go. It's time for him to go. Next fight, Adrian Yanez versus Gustavo Lopez. I like Gustavo Lopez, good fighter. Even though he beat Burchak, he looked like a complete bum in there. I don't know what these guys at Extreme Couture or whatever they're called. Is it Extreme Couture? The guys, Syndicate MMA, that's what they're called. I don't know what, it's so weird. Like, Syndicate MMA can have guys like Maki Patalo and I forgot the other, or like Dan Ige or some of these other guys that have really good boxing. And then they got guys like fucking, what's his name? Oh, man, how did I forget the guy's name? Oh, he's like the number 3 dude, I'm going to find out his name. Joseph Benavidez. And then this guy, right, Gustavo Lopez, that can't box for shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, how can some guys box and then this idiot can't? Adrian Yanez he's a prospect, man. He's really, really good. Good boxing. He's solid everywhere. Good kicks. I like his life story, man. I saw his fight on the Contender Series. I watched him there. Really, really, inspiring story about, what happened with his father and stuff like that. I think he gets this done by decision. I think Lopez, even though he strikes like a complete idiot, he knows how to get takedowns, and I think he will fucking wrestle for his life in there, and I think he'll survive. But it's like, come on, man, you got to set up those takedowns, man. I don't know. I could go on a tangent about how grappling and MMA is, but it's like, it pisses me off when I see grapplers that aren't setting up their takedowns the right way. Throughout it doesn't matter if you do jiu-jitsu, it doesn't matter if you're just freestyle wrestling or what's it called, folk style wrestling. What I did in high school. No matter, they teach you have to set up your takedowns, and I see these guys not set. They're just putting their head out there to get fucking knocked out, man. And I'm like they didn't. I don't even think their coaches teach them that. It's just something about like the spotlight where you have guys just freeze up and make stupid decisions, man. But it is what it is. I think Lopez is going to make another stupid decision. I think he gets dropped a few times. I don't think Yanez will finish him. But it's a good fight, though. Tai Tuivasa versus Dontel Mays. Man, a battle of some suspect fighters right here. Dontel Mays might have had one of the worst performances I've ever seen a heavyweight have against Roic Martinez. It was so shameful. He does have a loss to Roger Nascimento, and he got heel hooked by Cyril Gane. Could he win this? Maybe. Tai Tuivasa isn't that good, but I will have to claim Tai Tuivasa now. He has been training at AKA. I don't know if he's training there right now. I don't think he's doing it, but he did step foot in one of the greatest gyms of all time. My favorite gym of all time. So I will have. He is an AKA boy. I'm gonna take Tai Tuivasa versus first round knockout. Oh man, I don't think I had a YouTube channel when this idiot was out here making me look stupid. 3 times this fool lost, man. I remember the Junior Dos Santos one I let slide. That's Junior, right? The Bligo Ivanov one, I let that one slide. But then when he went out there and and Sergey Spivak is actually not bad, but when he got submitted by Sergey Spivak like he was a piece of trash, oh my God. It was so shameful. He's coming off a win over Stefan Struve. Struve just retired after that. But Hopefully he's retired, but yeah, it is what it is with that. Tuivasa, do not make me look bad here, y'all. But I got Tuivasa via first round knockout. Next fight, fucking banger of a lightweight fight. Gregor Gillespie versus Brad Riddell. I love this fight. Gregor has not fought in a long time since the Kevin. That was 1 year and 4 months ago. It was a really, really bad knockout. I mean, that was... I remember a lot of people picked Gregor to win that, rightfully so. I don't think that was a bad pick. He's a grinder. He grinds on guys. I picked Kevin Lee. I thought Kevin wouldn't have knocked him out like that. I just thought Kevin would have jabbed his face off. That's what I thought was going to happen. But for him to go through that, he's taken a long time to rest, which is a good thing. But man, Kevin Lee proved a lot of people wrong that day. Gregor, he's gonna have to come back and kind of remind people he's a really great wrestler. The reason he probably didn't make the Olympics was probably because of Jordan Burroughs. You go watch him his wrestling matches. He's overcome a lot of drug addictions. I think that's what I heard. He's a good fighter. He's 34 years old, so he's still in his prime. He still has a chance. You hear all the things about him, guys like Shane Burgos, guys from Tiger Schulman. It's crazy. I saw this picture with Gregor and Shane Burgos, hugging it out, and it was like Shane was so much bigger than Gregor. It's like Shane's a featherweight. It's so crazy, but Gregor, he's a good fighter. And but his wrestling hasn't translated the best to MMA. It's because it's just a different type of wrestling, y'all. Like MMA wrestling versus freestyle wrestling versus folk style wrestling. Like folk style probably has the best transition to MMA, I feel like, than freestyle. But yeah, it just has not. He hasn't shown the best, but he has some decent wins on him. Yancy Medeiros, Vince Pichel. Like he can box. He has good boxing. I think Gregor is a good fighter. But if we look at Brad Riddell, I think he's also a good fighter. But these little fucking city kick bitches, city kick bitches, Jim, they be talking all that mess. Man, you remember Israel Adesanya? I remember this on the Joe Rogan podcast. The first one where, he's coming off the Brad Tavares one. He's like, Brad Riddell, they think he can't wrestle, but he has really good wrestling. He's a great wrestler. Alex Del Silva, takes him down at will. Fucking Magomed Mustafayev was, after getting dropped, by the way, was able to make it a close fight via his wrestling. Like, we look at these, and I get it. Magomed Mustafayev is a good fighter. Alex Del Silva, he has a good record, right? These are good guys he's fighting. He's not fighting bums, And then he went to a war with Jamie Malarkey, right? And, you look at those things, right? I'm not saying Brad is a good fighter. Nothing against the guy. He's a Tiger Muay Thai. He trains out of there. He trains out of City Kick Bitches. That's what I'm calling him for life. After that loss that Adesanya had, man. And I think somebody said, I think it was Ruthless MMA on Twitter said City Kick Bitches. That had me crying, bro. But he trains with City Kick Bitches. I think. Here's the thing about those guys, man. They really came in the MMA scene, and they did their thing. I love Dan Hooker. I love Alexander Volkanovski. I love those two guys. Those, I don't really consider them city kick bitches. That's not the gym. But Kai Kara France and fucking Brad Riddell and Adesanya, man, they can go. My problem with them is they came in the UFC acting like they was going to kill it. And they did for a little bit. They were taking over. But now, fucking order has been balanced, and we going to start getting rid of them. We going to get rid of them. We getting rid of them. That's what I'm starting to think, man. We can finally get rid of those fools. All I need is Marvin Vettori to just, do his thing against Darren Till. I like Darren, but he has to go win that fight and fucking eviscerate Adesanya. And if he beats him up really, and the thing about, a lot of people call me crazy for this, but if I know I'm going off a tangent, if Marvin can destroy Adesanya, y'all, badly, he did quit kickboxing after he got knocked out. He might retire because he's a little tin man. But back to this matchup. I know I went on a big tirade about Adesanya. I'm still happy about that Blachowicz win. and it is what it is. But I think Gillespie gets this done, right? Riddell has shown some, susceptibilities to getting taken down and kind of getting grinded on. He's a good striker. I will say that, but I think Gillespie gets this done by decision. And at the main event, I am not going to go too heavy on this. I know I talked a lot of mess about this boy Derek Brunson. I've actually picked him though correctly. I picked him to beat what's his name, Edmund Shabazian. So Derek is my boy though, on the low. I like Kevin Holland a lot, but I gotta pick Derek Brunson, man. I think Brunson gets this done by decision. I do have a 20-minute breakdown. I know I be talking too much sometimes, y'all. 20-minute breakdown on that fight, and yeah, I'm taking Derek Brunson to get this done. So go check that out. I'm not gonna go too in depth with it, but I am picking Derek Brunson. But that's it for this video, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Wow, 25 minutes. That's crazy. I kind of went off. Though Adesanya, bro, anytime I get to hate on that idiot, man, I go crazy. I know Adesanya fans are probably mad at me, but I love y'all though. On the low, I love y'all. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do not forget to follow me on my Twitter. Do not forget to follow me on my Instagram. All those links will be down in the description box. Comment. I love to interact with you guys. Let's talk about the fights. Subscribe, share the video, and love y'all and goodbye. Your boy eBay Fight Predictions is out.